What have you done to give back lately? In this, our last chapter, chapter 28, Stephen Schussler of It's a Jungle in There talks about the importance of entrepreneurial philanthropy. I always tongue-tie myself when I try to say that word. Anyways, we make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give. That was quoted by Winston Churchill. Now, the idea of giving back is always important, and Stephen Schussler's favorite charity that he belongs to is the Smile Network. Now, if you think about smiles and just living an everyday life, I alluded to this in one of the earlier chapters. People that have, and especially younger kids, especially in other countries, that have been born with a cleft palate, don't have an appropriate ability to smile, or even have issues with eating and swallowing and chewing correctly. And for a few $100, there's a company, an organization that will actually do the surgery and perform the surgery to completion. So that's one of his favorite charities. So the question is, what do you do to give back? A lot of times with some of my lacrosse stuff, I'll donate to some of the tournaments, because they're always doing fundraisers that then will provide materials and equipment for players that maybe are less fortunate, that can't afford the materials, or for raffles to then make money for other equipment pieces, or just to give stuff to people that don't have it. Okay, so it kind of all ties in into the same idea, giving to people that have the need. And I have so much I'm beneficial to and what I've been given to me thus far in my life, and I appreciate everything, and I want to be able to give back. And like I said in some of the other videos, I had the ability to go over to Kenya, and I brought over 30 lacrosse sticks, to be able to spread that game and spread the knowledge that I've obtained over the course of my 30+ years playing the game of lacrosse. And so it's all about going above and beyond and helping out. So the self-examining question: do you believe it's important to give back some portion of your wealth to support charitable causes? I mean, I think it's great, and I believe it is necessary, because I can't just keep it all for me. And when I continue to give back, again, it's all going to come full circle. Many of the topics we've talked about in this book, it's not just about the what's in it for me. Okay, I do want to benefit myself, I do want to benefit my family, but it's also about getting that joy and getting that information out to other people, and getting the materials out to everyone. If I'm talking about the lacrosse niche, do I want to get equipment out there? Do I want to get my book out to people? And the more people that are going to benefit from it, in one way or another, especially if I can give back more, the more people that are going to then spread the story, and it's going to continue to grow exponentially anyways. Okay, hopefully that viral nature will take over, where my starting to give in the beginning will then have that ripple effect, where other people will try to give and to expand that as well. And at this point, I'm in the process of doing a campaign where anytime people buy, someone's going to buy my lacrosse book, I'll also donate an equivalent amount, or maybe even more, to those in need, and or just those that are playing the sport. I want to be able to spread the book and then go from there. So there's some people that can't afford the book, and it would be those people that I would really like to spread it, maybe in underserved areas where the game of lacrosse is starting to grow, like in, for example, inner city areas, where a lot of times they might not even have the book. And you think about a little kid, little boy or little girl that has to be doing a reading program for school anyways, you might as well get him something to read that they're interested in. So again, it's that ripple effect. It's it's all about starting with one small thing, but then multiple things come of it, and just by giving out and donating and giving back a little bit of my time, my efforts, my monies, and my books, okay, or my products, that's where the real joy comes in, and eventually it all comes back to me anyways. Okay, I will benefit from the long run. I know it will work. Maybe not in the beginning. You start to fall, maybe either a little bit underneath or broke even, but in the long run, what happens is it starts to come back more and more and more. So in the long run, it's a win-win-win situation. You win, they win, the family wins, everyone's winning in this scenario by you giving back, okay, trying to be charitable, trying to be that better person. Again, it's been great going through these 28 chapters, and I believe you should be doing the same thing. If you haven't picked up the book or ordered the book yet, make sure you click the link and order. It's a jungle in there. It's a great story. Stephen Schussler is an amazing character and person. I hadn't heard of him before. I picked up the book. It looked interesting, and I'm glad I did, and I think you should too. This has been Dave Gardner, and I appreciate you following all the way 28 chapters in.